morning. So here again, giving you bushcraft. We're off out again for the overnighter, but not at the regular bushcraft forest. Yeah, this is the following Saturday from last week's epic YouTube meetup. Today I'm out with just a few members of the Rat Pack Club. We're out with Paul Prep Nomad and Andy Wragg, and we've been kindly given permission to come up to my Ginger Bushcraft and Craig Bushcrafters spot. So we just got parked up, loaded the bags up, and enjoying a nice stroll in. So I'll bring you back when we're at camp, when we find camp. See you in a bit. Looks like someone's been in a good shelter building. 3 cool little shelters. Probably from last summer or something. Yeah, a bit of tweaking. Yeah, looking good again, I think. But this isn't where camp is. Onwards. I think we find camp spot. It's not the exact spot that Mike and Craig use, because it looks a bit different in winter as opposed to when Paul came in summer, but this is pretty cool. It's a nice open area, plenty of room for there's hammocks, there's tarps, and a nice fire. So yeah, I'm going to stick with this. Paul and Andy setting up the group shelter. I'm doing very little. Just picking up a few tips and tricks.
There we go, just Prusik loop off end.
Cool. It's a group shelter up, guys. They're all good if it rains. It's quite nice at the minute. There's a spot for the fireplace. Andy's kindly digging a fire pit. It's quite really soft ground, so I'll dig that back a bit. There's no stones anywhere there to make the usual arrangement, but fire pit will be good. Nice present off Paul Prep Nomad. A hopper lips now. How cool is that? Never tried that one. So that's the group shelter up and the fire pit dug. Now time to get the tarps and hammocks up. First I'm just going to scout around and see if we can find any dry standing mud, because it does appear to be quite a bit. So that's what I'm going to do. Right, that's the hammock and tarp up, guys. Which is a fairly standard setup, but the only difference I've done is I've gone out to this tree here, look, to give me a little slightly more open end to get in and out, as that's opposite the group shelter. I'm not far off the limit of the end of the tarp each side, to be honest, so I think I may be considering the next size up DD tarp, I think, but and there I've just had to bend around that tree. Just didn't want to chop that tree. But yeah, should withstand a bit of a downpour, I think, if we get one. I'll bring you back later. So, winter sleep kit all ready, so I don't have to sort it when it's dark. Arctic sleeping bag, army issue wool jumper, layout equals toasty warm. Forgot to mention, guys, I've also got the DD hammocks under blanket on as well for some extra warmth. That were a kind gift from Wall's Wildcamping. I didn't bring it last time we went hammock and I felt the cold, so it's definitely needed this time of year, November. Definitely. Now this is Andy's way of setting up his ridge line. One of these kind of figure 9 carabiners. He's just kindly given me one to try out for next time. Because I've never seen one of them before, but because around there, I don't know if you can see, it's not focusing too well, but then wrap it around a few times, pull it tight. Yeah, nice one, Andy. Thanks, mate.
Right, so I'm putting up a secondary ridge line here for me, basically for attachment of my under blanket. So what I've got is another length of paracord. It's not the 550 stuff. I'm not a big, 550 paracord fanboy. And I've got these cheap, well, these 9-beaners off eBay, and you basically just put your line through that bit, pull it through, make a loop, or a bite if we're being super technical. So basically trap the 9-beaner on there like so, and obviously go around your anchor point with your cordage. So the way it's figured out is you've got like a pulley hook here, and you just put your paracord around there like that, and you just crank down on it, put some tension on the line. I think I'm a little bit high at that end, which I'll need to adjust, but put some decent tension on it, and then just wrap it round, and this bit traps it here, so it works with different kinds of cordage. I mean, this is 3mm paracord, and then all you need to do then is simply just put a slippery hitch in there just to tighten it down, and his magic pocket.
Cool.
And you've got yourself.
It's a lot better demonstration than I could have done, Andy. Nice one, thank you, mate.
Yeah.
That's camp all set up. Andy's set up. Mine over at distance. Group shelter. And Paul's hammock chair. And over there, look, you can see it. Paul's shelter. Cracking place for camp. Nice and quiet, not seeing anybody. They had a couple of shotguns go off in the far distance, and they had a couple of dogs barking, but did seem quite away from here. It's quite dense woodland. I suppose in summer when all leaves are around, it'd be even more covert. But yeah, great little spot. Right then, it's raining a bit now, so we're just under group shelter. It's doing the job, isn't it? It's all good. Doing a bit of malt. I haven't had that for ages. It's all good. We'll get a fire going shortly. Warm us up a bit because it is dropping a bit cold. So what we're going to do now is go and see if we can find any decent sized logs. Try and use as like a guard around the fire and to help for cooking later. So I'm going to use these bad boys. The real deal, what Marcus gave me. Thanks, mate. And go on a firewood mission. Gathered a fair bit up. All dead full. All dead wood. And Andy has found a nice big fallen pine over there. He's currently chopping that into carryable pieces, and I reckon that'll do us because we don't want to burn more than we need. We're in a remote spot. This isn't going to be like a permanent camper, is it? So we don't want to be leaving loads of chopped wood, so I think this will probably do us. Well, I've got violet now. Just using a bit of wood that we bought in with us to get it going, because with raining so bad we didn't want to be struggling, but we've also prepped plenty of dry stuff we found. Some more over near my setup over there, a couple of pine logs there. So that's it. It warms up a bit because it is dropping cold.
Pause for you.
Paul's on Oda US Army MRE. He's just used his flameless heater and pork with beans and rice.
I think it's here, pot patty, which is nice.
Hopefully it's alright, mate, yeah.
It's very nice too.
Good stuff.
A bit of me barbecue, plenty of barbecue sauce as well as in a bit of iron as well.
Yeah, perfect. Like I said before, fire's kicking off plenty to eat. Burning anything, even wet stuff it's burning, so it's all good. I'm going to get a wrap back on in a sec anyway. Right, so my cook system, I've got my trusty Crusader. I've got one of these new BCB exit stoves. Kind of fold in with a windbreak at back. So that's a bit, I think it's slightly improved on original Army design, but it's maiden voice, so I'll let you know. A couple of fuel tabs out of that Russian pack. The world's most expensive cup lid. Right, I'm going to fetch my rack pack. So it's going to be chicken, masa man and potato with rice. So Crusader sits nicely on there, look. Quite a flame off them Russian fuel tabs and all. Not sure what else they've got in them. Smells like eggsy. Right guys, got another brew on fire. It's dropped quite dark now, so head torches are out. The chicken Massaman thing with dead nice. We've got Andy's famous Nando's chicken skewers to have later. Right, just enjoying the evening, guys. Lads are brewing up over there.
Again,
Again, fifth one.
Paul's getting his value for money out in his new zebra pot.
Definitely.
Certainly, it's getting a little
It is good that.
nice and black and now.
Yeah.
Beautiful
Mine
colouring.
needs to get its act together.
Nice fire on go. Just put a bit of fresh bit of wood on because it was dying down.
I think we'll bang on with water.
Yeah, cracking time.
It always, well, I suppose it does boil a little bit off, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Alright, I'll bring you back shortly. Andy's getting some more food on. He's going for a curry, I think. Nice. Oh, look what we found. Cool.
Thai red curry with chicken and just some Morrison's rice.
Nice. You do have to bulk them out a bit, don't you? Because there's not quite enough in
there's not a lot of stuff.
in main. Yeah. We've got Paul there.
Enjoying warm.
Yeah, it's kicking off someone, isn't it?
Certainly is.
Right.
Tell you what, you step away from fire, you feel it.
You feel it straight away, don't you? As a tribute to last week's group camp. Steve, can't go wrong with Newcastle Brown. We're just missing the Rat Pack punch. Now that is looking a lot better. It had dropped right cold. I think it's about 8 o'clock or something like that, but
Yeah, it's just turned 8 o'clock.
just turned 8 o'clock, nice.
Yeah.
So Andy and Paul just nipped off and came back with a load of a dead standing, a load of deadfall. Took that on. We've got a nice long piece of pine that Andy found earlier, and that is throwing off some serious heat, so that's keeping us toasty. Apart from that, it's all good. We're having a good time, guys. Right, anyway.
Fantastic. Certainly, yeah.
Nice.
I keep getting this grill. I think I'm chomping a bit of these bacon.
Yeah.
So it is.
It's bacon next, definitely.
Not fared too
What
bad
bacon?
grill, is it? Yeah, it's burned up, wasn't it?
It has burned, yeah. That
just
shows
out
how
of
much heat we're on the fire, yeah.
That's just out of a cooker. I better not hold it for long because it's getting warm.
We'll let that die down a bit.
You just warped that bit.
Paul's just going to start prepping a few bacon cobs, I think, mainly.
You sure are. It's organised.
These
Sauce
tables are
ready to
spot
go.
on. Nice and lightweight, and
Just a
just makes
job, that.
things a lot easier. Totally prepared.
As a prep nomad should be.
Yes.
Certainly should.
Look at that, we're even sterilising the table. We don't normally do things like
It's
that.
got to be done. If it did have plastic on it, it'd be an awesome little griddle, that, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Looking good.
It is hot, so you might want to blow on it first.
Thank you very much, mate. Look at that. Nice bacon. Andy's kindly prepared the chicken skewers. All ready to put on the fire. Beautiful chicken cooked over the fire by Andy. Cheers, mate. Well, I think this will be my last video for tonight. It's been absolutely cracking time with lads. Andy and Paul around fire. All full now from nice chicken skewers. Had a few beers.
No, we haven't.
No, sorry. Me and Paul's had a few beers. Andy, bless him, hasn't. Well, yeah, been a cracking night, so we'll catch you in the morning.
Okay, good morning guys. It is a very cold and wet morning. I think it's been raining most of the night. Got a toasty warm in the old hammock. I'm going to head over to group shelter in a minute. It looks like lads are up as well. Bring you back shortly.
Right, well, Paul and Andy pack the kit. I'm going to try and do the best I can to leave no trace. And that's where the fireplace was, guys. All tied away, you definitely can't tell we've been there. Just the group shelter to take down now. Paul's going to roll that up and stick it on outside of his rucksack because it's obviously soaking wet. And then we'll get on his way soon. Right, all packed up now and ready for the off. Back to the cars. That way. That way? Sure, it's that way. That's it for another one, guys. Back at the car now. Absolutely top night out with Andy and Paul. Had a great good time. Good to be in a different place. It's not the bushcraft forest for a change. So if you watch this far, thank you very much. Thanks for rating, commenting, subscribing, and I'll put a link to these two guys' videos in the description. So go over, check their channels out. Thank you very much, and we'll see you next time.